your host, Mary Ann Laughlin.
Hello and welcome to Nice People. We'll have all those stories coming up just a little later, but first we have a question for you. How many doctors do you know who make record albums? Well, Doc Tommy Scott is not only a singer, songwriter, and musician, he's also one of the last practitioners of a nearly forgotten form of American entertainment. Bill Shomo says that Doc Tommy is a totally unforgettable character.
It's most certainly the only house in the hills of North Georgia that looks like a Chinese monastery. Doc Tommy Scott and his wife Frankie built it that way to honor the ancient and honorable art of Chinese herbal medicine. The house is also a respite from the road, and that road has led them along a career that spans almost 50 years in show business.
Well, the medicine show's back in town. Medicine show's back in town. Every girl that can wants to travel with the band. Medicine show's back in town. Yes, every girl that can wants to travel with the band. Medicine show's back in town. Ho-ho! Medicine show's back in town. Well, that's all right.
Our medicine show is a type show that used to come to the small towns many, many years ago, like back as far as 200 years ago in the United States and Canada. And it was about the only entertainment to come to the small towns, you see. Back then, you couldn't go around the corner to a theater, or there was no television to watch, and back then there was no radio. So the only entertainment the little small towns was the medicine show.
Doc Tommy Scott was originally known as Rambling Tommy Scott and began to make his mark in the world of show business as a singer back in 1933. By good fortune, he inherited a real medicine show that had begun originally in 1890. It wasn't long before Tommy and his family were on the road giving free performances and, of course, selling a bottle or two of snake oil.
Hey, look this away, Doc Tommy Scott's last real old-time medicine show. And now if you're feeling down and out and you don't know what to do, and it seems the world's done crushed you, and your friends turn their back on you, nature's pathway to health will help you. Try a bottle of this stuff today. Just rub it on as it's plainly directed, and it'll chase your aches and pains away. Little small rubbing in the morning and another noon at night. Why, you feel so well, you want to yell, whoo! The stuff will make you right.
May not be the best show in town, says Tommy, but there's nothing else to compare it to.
Tommy, I've got a bottle of Doc Scott's snake oil here. And this has a powerful aroma. What in the world's in here?
It's a great, fine rub-on liniment's what it is. But I must admit that we are really selling entertainment now. A lot of people buy it, and a lot of people believe in it, and it really works. But we're selling entertainment, and a lot of people buy it as a souvenir and a nostalgia piece, really.
Doc Scott's brand of humor is sometimes a bit on the nostalgic side also. Some might even go as far as to call it hokey. But the crowds love it.
You sound like an old cow. I do it. Look, I'll have you understand, I have played every place more than once. Does that sound like cow? No, that sounds like bull. Now,
You were born in 1917?
Right.
You're 70 years old?
Almost.
You could have retired years ago, Tommy. Why didn't you do it?
My thing is traveling from town to town, getting the old guitar out, doing a little magic, a little sharpshooting, whipping the acts on the show together, going out there and seeing that crowd enjoy themselves for an hour and a half. So you know what? I'm doing what I'd rather do than anything else in the world. So I guess I've been retired for almost 50 years already.
You ever been run out of town?
No, I must say that I never have been run out of town, but I have looked back a few times as I left town.
well, I mean, my baby's feeling low. She used to love me, but she don't know more. What do you know? Yeah, what do you know? She done took off with the doc on the medicine show.
Looking back over your shoulder or not, Doc Tommy Scott's last real medicine show has been around now for almost a half-century, playing 350 days a year across the United States and Canada. Add it all up, and it means that Doc Scott has had more performances and has played more different towns than any stage show on earth.
Yay! Everybody's going to the medicine. Ha! Seal it on. Got the medicine.